What up guys, welcome back to another video. Today, another skin video. Okay, before we start with this, I want to just let you guys know a bit about how this channel is gonna work. Okay, because in the last video I wasn't able to, or I didn't talk about this specific thing, but basically on my streams I mostly play the game. Okay, I love skins. I'm very invested since 2015, basically. And I want to make content on this channel that's not just going to be gameplay, it's going to be all kinds of stuff. Whatever I'm interested in, and I am interested in all of Counter-Strike, that's going to be the content, okay? I will just go by what I enjoy making, what I enjoy doing, and that's kind of it. So you will be able to see all kinds of content on the channel. The uploads, I'm not gonna tell you guys, hey, I'm gonna upload every day or I'm gonna upload at a certain pace. I will upload however it feels right. Okay, it's not gonna be there's not gonna be a special order, okay, in it how I upload. Yeah, it's gonna be raw content. That's about it. All right. Now we can hop into the real thing. All right. Yesterday I uploaded a video where we talked about the whole update a little bit and how it affects everything. The market was at 4.2 billion, I think, when I made the video. So now it's 3.6. So we have lost almost 2.5 billion dollars market cap, and yeah, it's going down. It doesn't seem like it's going to be stopping. And today I want to talk about investing a little bit, how this will affect investing. Okay, yesterday I didn't really want to talk about it because I wanted to wait a bit, see what other people think, just think this through a little bit and see what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. Of course, you guys can let me know in the comments what do you think about this whole thing. Don't take this as investing advice. All right, I'm not a professional. I'm just here to give you my thoughts. And yeah, first of all, we can hop on and look at some skin prices right now. Lowest price for a Nox minimal wear is 1.1k right now. Earlier, I saw there was one for, yeah, one sold for $650. One sold for $699, $950. So this is from a 2.8, 2.9, 2.7, 2.6 rising skin, okay, to almost $3,000, which sold for $650 after this whole update. Let's go next. Skeleton Vanilla, $220. I've opened Buff as well. I want to show you Buff prices a little bit. But yeah, Skeleton Vanilla from 600, basically just 3 times lower price. Some sold for 190 here, 185. Yeah. Butterfly Vanilla from 3k-ish to 1k-ish, right? 970 sale. Pretty rough, right? Hedge mazes. Hedge mazes from like 10k-ish to 3.5k. 3k sold. Absolutely ridiculous. On Buff, the same skeleton selling for 160, M9 targeted 420, Butterfly Fade 1300. Like, and this is a trend that gets followed for all these expensive skins, all the meta skins, all the liquid stuff, which is pretty insane. Okay, now more people are going to be able to afford stuff now. Um, you're still not going to be afford even these kind of skins if you just live in a country where the pay is not super high. This is still going to be expensive, $600 or $200. It is still a lot of money for a lot of people. So yeah, it will be kind of tough to afford even these kind of things, right? I mean, skins are a luxury in general. Like these are not really, especially knives and gloves. They're luxury. This is not something that you're just comfortably easily buying, right? It's still a luxury. For some people it might be easy, but for a lot of people it's not still, so it's kind of like buying watches. It's kind of like buying any it's a cosmetic, right? So it is a luxury good. So um yeah. Now, what do I think about all this? And how will this affect investing, right? My personal thoughts on this, my opinion is that this might go even lower, but these prices to me look very illogical. Okay? Um the reason why it's dropped this much is, first of all, panic, right? It's a lot of panic. People are panicking. Holy shit, it's going down. Fear of missing out as well, right? People are selling. You want to sell as well. Holy shit, I want to get out of here. You know, I want to just get rid of this. Everything's going down. You list something, someone undercuts you. Holy shit, what the fuck? It's going even more down. And then you rush and then you sell it, right? The panic, there's a lot of panic right now, and it's understandable, 100% understandable. um, Valve has never really done anything on this level. They have done things which fucked up the market, um, but not to this extent. So a lot of people have lost the little trust they had in Valve. I don't think you should have had a lot of trust in Valve in general because of how slow they are with updates, how bad the updates are, how much they're just fully focusing into skin content. And I love skins, but you can just see how many skin updates we're getting and cosmetic updates we're getting compared to actual important gameplay updates, optimization updates. Um, Counter-Strike feels like shit. I have a beast PC and my game still feels like shit most of the time. I can't even lie to you. It's pretty frustrating that you spend thousands of dollars on a PC and then you're getting like these random FPS bugs from out of nowhere. Your frame time is dropping ridiculously and you're just unable to play a smooth game, right? So Valve just lost even more trust now with the skin stuff, because skins used to be a thing that Valve won't mess with, right? But now they messed with it. So yeah, that's a big reason why people are also dipping out, okay, and selling everything other than just panicking. But now comes the part where um, there's an opportunity, right? I think a lot of people who are composed and are thinking this through will probably hold. They will probably hold their skins and wait for a new kind of wave. Okay? A lot of people as well, I know for a fact, will be buying skins. Maybe now, maybe in a week when stuff becomes tradable. I think a lot of people are waiting for an even higher dip or a lower dip um, to buy skins, because these skin prices look very illogical to me. I know this whole, there's so much panic and shit, but um, the supply has only started to rise for these skins. Um, and as Arrow said, even if you trade up all the reds into knives, it's not gonna like increase the amount of knives that much for the price to be triple times lower or 4 times lower than it used to be, right? So the price dip was expected, but I personally didn't expect it to be this high. It's a lot, and it just doesn't make much sense to me personally. Let me know what you guys think, okay? And I'm just saying this from like I've been in the market for a long time, and um, that's kind of how it feels to me that this isn't this isn't how I would expect it to be, right? Because Butterfly M9 Tiger 2s was 1.3K, now it's $400. That's 4 times lower price, almost 3 times lower price. That it just doesn't make sense, right? So I think me personally, I might if next week it drops a lot more, I might just buy skins, a bunch of skins, because now I want to talk about the Chinese a bit, okay? And also I want to mention this update. I've heard there's been there's been a double digit of suicides from this update, which is absolutely crazy to hear. But I'm sorry to say it was kind of expected to see something like this happen. Because this, especially for the Chinese, it ruins a lot of people's lives. The Chinese people don't have a lot of ways to invest in China. And Counter-Strike skins, crypto, these are like the main things they could have invested in. That's like a good thing. And I've heard most of these cases of suicide are from China. So I'm very sad to hear it. It's yeah, it's rough. So I think when it comes to the Chinese market, I still think the Chinese will use this as a positive thing. Okay? I think this is still probably going to be a good way for them to invest. For those who lose the trust, they might dip out. But I think there's going to be many people who will see this as an opportunity. Not just the Chinese, but like just in general. I think a lot of people will see this as an opportunity to reinvest. And let's be honest. What happened in this year, right? A lot of Chinese investors came in, pumped the prices for no reason, right? We have seen garbage skins get pumped. We have seen good skins get pumped. We have seen cheap skins get pumped. We've seen expensive skins get pumped even more to be even more expensive. Basically, there is no rules for what Chinese has done. There's been no logic, right? We have so many times this year, we have come back day after day and we looked at the market and we were like, what is happening? This makes no sense. How is this going up even more? One pump happens, we think, oh, it's done. That's it. It's not going to go higher. And then the price doubles. We have had this happen so many times this year. So many absolute garbage skins have been pumped. And it doesn't matter if there's no supply. It's like the market will just follow. And that's how it is. When you can control such a large portion of the market, you can just do whatever you want. Logic or rules don't apply to you. So who's to say that Chinese won't just randomly be like, okay, this is a good investment now. Stuff is cheap. We're going to pump it to be 4 times the price again. Right? Like, these things can happen. And people might say, oh, well, no, it can't because there's more knives now. There's no rules. There's actually no rules for the Chinese people. There never been rules. That's how it's been. That's the reason why the market has been going so crazy, because there's just no rules. They make their own rules, right? So I don't know if this will happen, but it can happen. We all thought Valve would never do what they just did, but it happened. So a lot of these rules that we think exist, they don't actually exist. Anyone who has the money and power can do what they want to do, basically. So that's kind of how it is. Everything is uncertain. But what I think is that this will probably just be another way for China to just control the market once again. It might happen. It might not happen. Who knows? Right? But I probably will be investing next week, even though I'm down over 3K at this point. I don't have a lot in skins, but because I have a very liquid skin, or a couple liquid skins that just happened to drop a lot, it happened to be a pretty decent loss. But yeah, this is just way too good of a price. Just looking at this just looks way too unreal for these kind of skins. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm not gonna yap any longer. Let me know. Do you think the market will recover? Do you think China will try to use this again as a way to invest? That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, sub to the channel. Stay safe, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.